palabras cortas para ajustarnos un poquito al horario. Queremos escucharlos a todos, darles tiempo, así que basta de comerciales, vamos a irnos directito a lo bueno porque quedan 3 charlas espectaculares. Viene José Manuel y Elda con un panel de empresarios de Estados Unidos que a mí me tienen impactado. Luego sigue Antonio Ramírez y luego Telo Caballero y una serie de diamantes extraordinarios con un equipo increíblemente grande. Pero atención, Estados Unidos, viene un panel de empresarios que están en Estados Unidos. Nos van a platicar él y José Manuel, van a tratar de extraerles la información, a ver qué tienen en común estos empresarios que van a conocer. Son empresarios que en su mayoría no tienen mucho tiempo en la compañía, pero dentro de los top de ganancias, de oros y de gente nueva, muchos de ellos están ahí presentes. Así los seleccionamos, vimos sus crecimientos. Ya Antonio Ramírez nos había compartido en algún programa de una de ellas, de María Cid. Está Juventino, está Marta Garibay, y está Katy. Y la verdad es que viendo los números a mí me tienen impactados, pero también me tiene impactado lo que está pasando en Estados Unidos. Es un crecimiento exponencial. Como que llegó el momento que entre empresarios, el maravilloso staff que tenemos, los diamantes, toda esta gira que hicimos de Estados Unidos que aún falta, la extravagancia que fue de 2 días, los impulsos, las herramientas, todo está pues como cuajando y Estados Unidos está en las gráficas para arriba. Está impresionante el momento que tiene. Yo creo que se está convirtiendo hoy en nuestro país número 2 en volumen. Y estamos muy contentos porque sabemos que se van a detonar muchísimos diamantes. Y acá vamos a ver a los
and we've seen the future diamonds in the United States. Thank you, everyone. I'm sending you all my love. How are you right now? So while we fix this problem, let's tell you that I've been honored to know this couple and they are ready. So can you hear us? How are you, Ramos? Well, we are very excited and very grateful for this opportunity to participate in this business marathon, Crisis or Grow, but because we developed to grow from this time. So we are very focused as a company, as Omnilife, and more of all, we are honored that we are part of this day, this moment, which is very important. It's a historical day. Before and after for OmniLife, for all our community. Because you can mark a difference between our influence and our development. So the economic growth during these times. José Manuel, we want to share you, and we have the privilege that we started from OmniLife with 2 founders of the company, Jorge Vergara and Saturay. And then what I've learned was to develop a mission with a business that I did not have. So that vision that Jorge shared with us, that the OmniLife product will be in all and every pantries of the world. So we're still there with this message, opportunity message of health and beauty with all the people that want to make a change in their lives. So this is a life. So this year, 2020, is we are very happy because there's been an impressive development in our business, but beyond that, in this wonderful country, which is United States. So we found a second opportunity. 3 years ago, we decided to come to United States with this goal to start and face this new challenge and to put all our energy and heart to develop a net that even though it was growing, we knew the potential that exists in this country. So after 3 years, we can tell you that we are very happy. We know that we are privileged because United States right now is growing. Who will thought with all this news that a country that has suffered a lot of suffer with this disease of coronavirus, who would think that during this days, dark days for the company, a Mexican company will have this beacon for all of them and do a difference. So who would tell that this Latin American group, these working people, these honest people with this big heart, because we are the majority of the minorities, we are creating well-being. And again, we are a beacon. We want to share this message. So this company has a very important place in United States. And even though that in the great majority are open because Omnilife could prove to the American country that these products are important for their life. So we are very proud, not only for being a Latin American company, that we are the legacy of Jorge, but we feel very proud and privileged to be in this moment developing our business as well as other. Well, we are in Houston, Texas, and from Houston to the world. Can you listen to me? Thank you, Jose Manuel. So I send you a big hug and let's start our panel. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure for me being here. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity and the owners of this company for this opportunity to share with you a little bit of what everything that OmniLife means to me. Marta, you are a woman that make important decision, and as I mentioned before in this first round with these life stories, each and every one of you are the stars of the success of the United States. You represent the community, the human beings that put your mind and heart in this country. This is the land of opportunities. So you are an example of what you can achieve in United States. This is a real opportunity for all of you. So what about? Well, let's hear about your stories. Let's start with you, Marta. Thank you very much. So for me, it's a privilege to share a little bit what this means to me. I started in this company about 3 years ago with a chronic disease because I was diagnosed with a arthritis and psoriasis. Yes, but unfortunately, this is a very aggressive disease because your nerves, your joints are swollen, and um, and that was my case. Once I was sitting in my living room and I started to feel a very intense pain in my shoulder. I went to surgery and that process was very painful. So doctors did everything in their hands, including biochemical drugs, aggressive and very expensive. But even though with these drugs or this medication, it was nothing to do. So I tried everything they mention, and I continue with this disease. So as a believer, I had faith that God will help me. With no doubt, I believe in that. Then I was in a critical situation when God used somebody to share this these products, these wonderful products. So believe me that I doubt at the beginning because I tried a lot of products that didn't work. However, I gave an opportunity to these products and I won a lot. So I started with Powergate, Omni Plus, Eluc, Aloe Beta, 3 to 5 times a day. And in just 8 days, I started to feel the difference. And that was wonderful. So, what doctors couldn't do, this is working. So, I started to look for I was impacted how they perform, and at the same time, I learned that our products are not medicine, but they are nutrition. So they are with the perfect amino acid, vitamins, antioxidant that our body needs to regenerate themselves. So that's why I continue one day and the other as well. And with time, I was overcoming my problem. Right now, I can tell you that after 3 years, I'm completely recovered without any treatment, medical treatment. So, for sure, Omnilife has been the answer to this petition that I have for more than 12 years. So this was wonderful. I'm very grateful with God and with this great I never thought doing this for business, but with the potential with these wonderful products, this is how I share with all the people around me. So, because I realize this is like a bless, you can't hide it. The world need to know this wonderful product around us. So that's when I make the decision to be with this and start my success. Congratulations, Marta. And we are going to listen to more stories. This is the consequence of the benefit and this desire of feeling you okay. Right now is Maria Zik. I met her and chat with her, and each and every one of this is just open your mind, open your heart, so you can listen to these stories of these wonderful people. So, Maria, go ahead. Hi, good afternoon. As you say, my name is Maria Cid. Nice to meet you. I'm very pleased to share with you this afternoon. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my story. And I will summarize my story because this is something that is important. I started in this company again for healthy reasons. I had a disease in my stomach and I have an hernia and I have a very severe bacteria. And as you know, our Mexican food is so delicious, but because of my stomach problem, I couldn't eat them. So thanks that some lady I started with these products, and I don't know. At the beginning, I did not know if this was good for me or no, but I tried everything before. For more than 20 years, I had this problem with these gastritis, and until I used to sleep seated in a chair because of my situation or my condition. I could not eat a lot of things. So you can imagine. And now I'm very happy because I know these products, because the product changed my life. Thanks to these products, right now I'm very happy, and we will continue in this adventure. And that's my testimony right now. So thank for sharing my story. Thank you. And this is important for us to know how this product changed our lives. Continue with these stories. There are more women than men in this panel. Our business is women is the main character of this business. More than 70%, 75% our team in Omnilife are women. So welcome you all. You are unstoppable. So let's start with Kathy, and she has an extraordinary life story. So let's start it. Good afternoon, everybody. As you know, my name is Katy Rodriguez. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. It's a pleasure share with you everything with all of you. I'm very excited. This is the first time that, well, it's not difficult. It's very beautiful that share with you my emotions and how we can achieve our dreams. I did not start in this business due to health. I've started due to Seitu. My leaders invite me, Viviana and Manuel. They invite me in an event that I knew Jose Manuel, and I had two jobs. I was working in a restaurant, a full-time job from 10 a.m. up to 10 at night. And I started using and sharing the Omnilife products. I lost weight, and now I seem younger, and it was like that, just to use and share and invite my family and to see the results in myself. People start asking, what are you doing with this emotion? With this emotion, I can chat with you what OmniLife is, and OmniLife in my life. It was worldwide. It changed my brother's life. He had arthritis, and that's where everything started. I share this product for his arthritis, and nowadays he's very happy because his hands has the same mobility as others. So, as I said before, OmniLife is, as I said, yes, you can do it with the help of my leaders. And I'm very grateful to share that OmniLife gives you a lot. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Katy. This is a basic ingredient, And of course, what is important is to talk about results from your heart. This is a very powerful weapon. So if you have healthy issues also, it's important you to introduce, and we are very happy to present you. This represent Edna. The better way to introduce is this businessman that he has connected his soul with his mind. Listen to him.
Hola, muy buenas
Hi,
tardes.
good
¿Cómo están?
afternoon,
Los quiero
everybody.
mucho.
Love you all.
Gracias. Muchas gracias,
Thank you,
Omnilife,
Omnilife,
por
because
darme la oportunidad
you gave me
de
the
platicar un poco de mi
opportunity to
historia.
share
Mi nombre es Juventino
with you
Gutiérrez,
this.
de Loma
My
de
name is
Loma
Juventino Gutierrez. I'm
Y es muy
in
sencillo platicar
California,
así rapidito.
and it's very easy my
Yo
story.
llegué a este
I
país
arrived to
hace
this
años.
country 20
Trabajaba
years
de herramienta.
ago. I was a
Pues mi
mason
trabajo
when
duró
I
como 8
arrived
años.
here.
Cerca
So
ahí el edificio donde yo trabajaba era un
the
edificio
building that I
de
was
unos
working in was
5 o 6 pisos de
going
altura,
down,
sin
30
patio, y eso me
stories
producía
down,
mucho dolor.
and I
Duré 3
was
años
3
incapacitado,
years
además que ya venía de problemas de
as
respiración,
a
problemas de
disabled
inflamación del estómago,
person
mala
with
digestión.
very bad
Y
issues
así
in my health. And after
estamos hablando por
3
octubre del año pasado,
years,
el señor regresó
I
ya
knew
más
these
funcional.
programs,
Muchísimas gracias,
and
saludos. Gracias a
thanks
ellos
to these
empecé a
people, I
tomar
started with
lo que no es
these
magia, fibra,
products, the fiber, the milkshakes,
24 de aloe,
pineapple aloe, Omniplus.
para mi
So for
sistema
my
digestivo,
digestive
para el
system,
dolor
but for my
muscular.
back ache, I
Pero la
started
verdad fueron
with another products.
25 días
And I started
¿Qué pasó con ese primer
during the
cansancio? Pues cambiando,
25
¿no?
days,
Todavía me da risa porque
I felt
estaba loco
different.
en ese tiempo, porque de un mes
But in
conociéndome,
just
pues no, no
one
tengo mi
month,
trabajo de 8 años, donde pues hacía
and
yo empezar a
I
trabajar, pues cuando
start
me quedaba de otra,
working
donde
again.
ganaba $3,000
I
mensuales,
used
cosa que
to
rentaba mi casa, ¿no?
work
Para
or
poder
earn
seguir pagando la casa, los
3,000
carros y
per
todas las
month.
necesidades básicas que ocupamos en este país.
And
Mi
my
esposa
wife
pensó que estaba loco, que
thought that I
estaba
was crazy when I
no, ¿sabes qué?
started
Vamos a
with
vender la casa,
Omnilife. We
pagamos nuestra deuda y ya no
sold
necesitamos
our
dinero, ¿verdad?
house,
Y
pay
pues ahí
our
comenzamos
debt,
desde abajo
and
otra vez.
start from scratch.
eh, y pues le voy a
And
ser
I'll be
sincero,
honest with you,
comenzamos en
we
un
started in
cuartito
a small
pequeño de
room.
4 paredes donde pues no me
I was
metía a vivir
not
ahí porque yo sabía que
unhappy
finalmente yo iba a
living
hacer
there
crecer.
because I
Pero así
knew
como
that
soy,
I will
estaba la
change.
cocina, la sala, el comedor, todo pegado ahí. Aquí vivíamos
So, and we
en un
started selling, my wife and
no
I.
importaba porque yo
And it
sabía que
doesn't
íbamos a crecer.
matter because this was a great
Ya
opportunity.
arrancamos,
We started,
empezaron
and
en un
in
año ya estábamos
one
ganando
year,
$4,000
we were
mensuales.
earning
Ganamos viajes, pagamos
$4,000
viajes en hoteles
per
así
month. And
rapidito,
they start
donde
winning with
negocios
this
así de
travel.
hotel maravillosos
And
de
we went to
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida.
Imagínense de un
So
vendedor de un albañil
imagine,
donde
I
yo me
was
levantaba a las 6 de la
amazing.
mañana a ir a
I
trabajar
woke up
y estar
of
sentado en ese
1 in
espacio
o'clock in the
a la
morning,
medianoche, en un espacio
and
donde había una fogata,
then
había unas sillas, unos equipajes
I
donde se
am
me antojó irme a
in
sentar y
Orlando,
volteaba a las
Florida,
estrellas y de verdad
and
eran
I
caer
start
lágrimas.
crying because
Eran las
it
2 de la
was
mañana y
2
en esa hora yo estaba
o'clock in the
trabajando.
morning, and I was in
Y
this
estaba happy, o sea,
trip.
estaba
My
contento de llegar a ese
life
país y
changed
nunca me volví a
drastically
Asia porque yo dije, ni madre, yo me voy a
because
regresar
I say
a
to
esa casa.
myself,
Yo por
I
ahí me agarré,
will not
empezaron a
go
lanzar
to the past. I will
nuevos
stay with
proyectos
Omnilife.
de los
And
niños
then I
y todos nos
started
íbamos
with
ganando el bono del
earning
niño,
bonuses.
ganamos el bono de un
Then
carro,
we won a
ganamos el
car.
de
Then we receive a
$14,500,
check of
nos ganamos botes
$14,000.
cada
So
15 días nos ganábamos 3,000 a
every
$4,000. Era
fortnight
una locura, o
we
sea,
earn money.
con monos
So
chinos,
OmniLife
la
changed
verdad,
our lives.
totalmente
So
diferente y pues la verdad
right
ahorita pues
now
vivimos en un
we
rancho
live in a
donde el
ranch.
tamaño ya no es un
It's
cuatro
not only
paredes,
4 walls,
amplia,
it's 1 acre.
grande, un sueño grandísimo
This
que era
was
tener
a
caballos, ya
dream.
los tengo,
Now I have
tenemos 4
horses,
perros, un
4
gato,
dogs,
bueno,
1 cat,
5 hijos,
five
hemos
five
crecido en
children.
todo, así es que esa es parte de
That's
mi
part
historia,
of my
estoy
story.
muy encantado
You are productive in all areas. I'm very pleased seeing you so happy and knowing that your decision was very important. You changed the life of your family. So everybody knows that you are a working person and you you change your life. So congratulations. Before starting again, you need to know that they earn cars, bonus, travels, and Jose Manuel said that United States is growing, it's exploiting. So let's learn about these business lessons that are doing things. Can you start telling us, please? Yes, of course, I'm ready. I want to add that right now he is elite gold and she grew during this pandemic. Marta Garibay started with a business center. She has 80 people working with her. Imagine when the vision that you have give you this opportunity to build. Congratulations, Marta. You are an example, you are an inspiration, and go ahead. How do you achieve that? I'm very happy. As I mentioned, I never thought that this can be a business, but seeing this potential that our big company offers us, I say, wow, when God gave you things, well, he's done a very fine job. I recover my health and my business. And this desire, this dream that I had, that this job. So thanks to this big company, I've achieved this. I start studying the compensation plan, which is very clear, and I started going up and up. When I started in a gold level, I say this is perfect. And then I continue working, sharing with that emotion, and I continue with my job, sharing to others this opportunity. Later on, I conquer Silver Supreme. This was a big step, and I continue with this sharing. Of course, I face a challenge and I talk with many people that say no, but I continue. I share more and more, and I found those people that wanted to overcome their situation. So they was with the same dream as me, and now we are in the same team because as myself, I've been in this country for 42 years, more than half of my life. And I arrived to this country to conquer the American dream. So we realized that it was not easy. So, as you mentioned at the beginning, this is an irony that a Latin American company is giving us the opportunity to fulfill our dream. And now is the purple dream, not the American dream. So you we continue working And with time, I achieve a gold premier, and then I continue working, sharing, and little by little my distributor net grew. And thanks to that, I knew women and men that had this same desire, and they are part of our vision. So together we are accomplished, and we are having a difference in the United States. So this is like a bless. As you mentioned, I make a decision because even though my husband is not a full-time committed, I has his support. So he's part of the project. So after 42 years without traveling, because we were very focusing to give our children a good life, the last 3 years we've been traveling a lot. Let me tell you, my first international travel was to Dubai. It was an honor and a blessing to say to my husband after 40-year anniversary that now I will give you this travel, this trip. That was a very big event because I can give him back everything. So we continue working together as a team. I just opened my business center because it was time to multiply, and it was when this contingency started. 1 week later, I opened my business center. 1 week later, we started with this pandemic. However, I was not disappointed. I asked myself, what you are talking today, crisis or growth? And I decide to grow. I decide continue working. This will not stop us. I will not permit that somebody else will steal our dreams. So as a leader, I need to prove with facts more than words that right now is the time to show that we were very firm in our objectives, that we are convinced in where are we and the new path. At the same time, I realized that it was the best time mm, to show our products, because even doctors know or told us that the key of this was the immunological system. So as you know, we have the best product in the market. Nobody is like Omnilife. So that's why we gathered together and said, this will not stop us. This is our time to share what everybody is looking for. Something will help you to reinforce the immunological system. So we started doing some changes. So we follow the instructions of this country, and we started to research. So for us, it was a huge challenge, technology, because the majority of us we were not doing this through technology, but we overcome that barrier. And in March, it was like a boom. When we believed that it was going down, on the contrary, this explode, and it was a huge blessing. So, with no doubt, Jorge Vergara was right. He proved with facts. One of the ways that motivate myself, it was when he overcome a lot of barriers and challenges. Yes, you achieve gold elite. So all of you and every one of you, and I'm very grateful because you believe in me. And now we conquer our dreams. So you've been also a good example for us. Yes, Marta, you will receive more bonuses. There are new silver in your team. Now your check is about $3,000 and you duplicate your points and you are in a very good place. Congratulations, Martita. This is wonderful. You are qualifying to the Paris travel or trip. So thank you very much. And our follow the next spokesperson is, as we say, time is money. So be very creative, be focused because people, what they want to know is what they need to know where you are. Don't forget, let's start. Maria sit, and then Maria sit. As I mentioned, I'm new in this company. I started last December and I'm very happy. I'm very excited with this product. So let's start helping people. There's a lot of people that is not healthy. So with my experience, I can help them. And that's why I say, well, this is a good product. So, because I was already an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, I always wanted to do something else. I wanted to grow up and also to fulfill this American dream. And I will share more about my past. But while in January, I said, yes, I will start with this. I invite my sister, and we started to work very hard with some friends. Now I recover my health. I'm very happy. And that's why it's important for me to share my story because you will recover your health and you will receive an income. So in just 4 months, I uh, I am in the silver level, and on February I won 3 bonuses: the second place for the rookie, and an inception and the travel to Guadalajara. My sister won also a bonus, and another sister in Mexico, another bonus of 6,000 Mexican pesos. So all of us are in the same business and we are in this together. I sign up my friends, relatives, because all of them want something extra in their lives. So we will continue with this group of people that want to have big dreams as myself. And Omnilife is the company that will fulfill our dreams. Now I'm qualifying for the Disney travel. Is the first travel my life, and I want to take my daughters with me. So I think that we can do a lot. My family support us. My parents also are part of my dreams. Maybe they are watching me. I hug them. Thank you for teaching me that you we need to strive in our lives. So this is my big dream, and we will continue. Thank you, Omnilife. Thank you for sharing my testimony and for these wonderful products that change everyone's life. And for sure, this is a great company. I'm very happy. I recover my health. Every day I feel wonderful in just 5 months. And I believe that we are going to achieve. Again, thank you for inviting me and congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, Mari. Talking about, I can tell you love talking just like me, and average 6,000 points sharing product, basically 30,000 group points. Is that correct? Yes. On top of the earnings through retailing, $1,300 in commissions, and on the right way to bonuses. As I said, congratulations, thanks. Keep it up, you're on the right track, and well, it is time to listen to Kathy. This is going to be different. First, I will tell you what are her results for her to share with us in a very direct, easy to understand, practical way how she has achieved these results in a short time. She's making above 3,000, 3,500 points every month. And as a group, the group she's training to do what she's doing is making around 23 points. Remember when we talk about this group, this means that the commission is, her average is $700. In short time, that means that she's doubling this with her people. She has achieved, gotten through bonuses and commissions, $1,300. A new group with people, new people, unstoppable. Kathy, tell us, how can you do that in such a short time? Another thing I want you to tell us, this strength to stand up to talk up, because all of us were here. Anybody can get a job. Well, before the pandemic, not anybody live it. When you have a job that, in parentheses, gives you to pay at least paying the bills. I mean, we listen to you, Kathy. Well, as you said, yes, I have been 4 months in the company, but actually 2 months 100% with Omnilife. I made that mistake, little but secure. But actually, when at the work told me we have to let you go, I said, thank God I already had Omnilife as part of my life, and I went for it full. I started to use it and share with my co-workers. Almost everybody, all of them in the line, when we were terminated, we all had that need, this burning desire to move on. I'm very, very excited, very pleased. How we did it? Well, I've changed that mindset, saying it's not selling, it's sharing. Use it, share it. I was obedient, listening to my leader. I followed his steps, the 5 steps. Then the epidemics came, and we said, no, don't listen to them. There are people who are very concerned for their health, and that's where we should get. We started with social networks. We started to do well. We saw results, and based on these results, actually here in Arizona, we had curfew. It was an optional curfew. That's where we use the opportunity to work with social networks, home delivery. That's what my team, myself did. After that, we started with direct contact with the people. There are people who don't who are not used to or they don't like social networks, and the best thing is face to face direct contact with people. That's what they like, and what actually likes being honest with them and no lies. Be honest. The testimonials of the things we went through. My team is very excited. 2 months, 100% with Omnilife. My first thrill was when I got the first rookie bonus. After that, I got the Supreme Bronze, and the best one was Aprende when you called me. That you told me that I got the full paid trip to Mexico City to the rally. I was speechless. You notice that it's really cool what's going on. 12 of those 2 weeks ago, I got Supreme Silver. I'm very happy, and I'm the role model for the team. When the team sees the results, they're putting everything on. I have a great team who have this burning desire to move on. I know we all go up, up. I invite everybody, don't be afraid of success. You can do it. If we want, we can. That's actually the only way. Is just direct, being honest, learn to listen positive things, not negatives. Don't listen that little voice saying, even your family say, nah, that's useless. No, not us. We're upfront from the very beginning. I cover my ears. I saw myself up on the top. That's where I'm going. And I communicate this to my whole team to work. And yes, we are making an effort with flyers, with direct contact with the people. That's what we are doing here in Phoenix, Arizona. We want Arizona to become purple, and we're doing yes. It will be Kathy. Thank you very much. And without further ado, we want Juventino Gutierrez to tell us about. Let me tell you something. This moment, Juventino, in one moment, he moved away from his dream. He gave himself the opportunity to dream, to connect to this incredible strength. So when he connected to, he started to see very clearly an action plan. How? And he has said this many times, $5,000 in the US give are enough to pay the bills. But the moment he reconnected with that power, he found a very clear way, a very precise way to make $10,000 that do change your life in the U.S. Juventino, we listen to you. Well, thanks. Well, pay attention. I started a project at the beginning of February. I was illuminated. I got a pencil, a piece of paper, wrote out the figures, and I found the formula. Listen very carefully to this. Those who are making less than $10,000, those who are making 10,000 do whatever you want. But those who we haven't gotten 10,000 monthly checks, I found the key for everyone. Those who follow these steps will do it in a year time. Yes, you heard this well, in very simple steps. And it's very important the way how we are presenting this opportunity. At first it was a theory. I talk tomorrow about this project. He looked at me like, the plan's very nice, but what are you waiting for? I told my comadre Elda, she said, that's really nice, but if you want it to work, first you do it so, very grounded. I started it, I want to be honest, with a lot of fear. I was afraid of probably I found a good consumer, a good client, but probably I was losing that opportunity because I was presenting this. Now, what I'm telling the people when I present the opportunity, there are three things. Number one, do you want to be my customer? I will give you top service. You will have top class service. And you're going to be my friend, not only my customer. Number two, you can be an excellent consumer, consuming products whenever you want. The only thing you have to do during the year, buy a lifelong membership, buying $800 in product in a year. You won't lose your discounts or membership. Or number three, I invite you to become an entrepreneur, paying $42, producing up to $10,000 every month in the first year. The first months I will teach you how to make $500 cash. So many people say I want to be a customer. Others say, I want to make $10,000. What do I have to do? And these are the three steps. Write it down. Number one, whoever wants to be part of the business, teach them from the very beginning buying $1,000 in products. I made a list of products for the U.S. with the points for each product, and I designed a plan with 36 products. Why 36? Because Omnilife has the key. All the time, I didn't understand this. 2,500 points. What do you need them for? To travel, to get the bonuses, to get your checks. For whatever one is 2,500 points, and something I realized is that in February, I had one, my best entrepreneur, Guillermo. He always was making these numbers. Out of 100 people in my organization, nobody was making 2,500 points, only Guillermo. How many of you have a lot of time in Omnilife and not making the 2,500 points? What are we playing at? I understood that. So what are we going to do? Those must buy $1,000 in products. Why? The price number one. What are you going to offer if you have no product? What are you going to take if you don't buy product? I'm telling you, fear. I don't have $1,000. How can I do it? What am I going to do? So I learned something. I have to be very fair in what I offer. So get $1,000. The first six that start here, they borrow money, and now they're millionaires. There are no excuses to do things. Let me tell you. Sylvia, greetings to Arizona. She called me 2 months ago and she told me, hey, I want to be part of this, and my sister said I can make $10,000. What do I have to go? Go to the store, buy $1,000 in products. I don't have them. Well, get them. She called me 2 months later and she says, this is Sylvia. I called you later. I forgot to call back. He called me 4 hours later. She says, don't you want to make money? Don't you want to make money? I have the $1,000. What do I have to do? I didn't even remember. She went to the store. She bought $1,000 in product. She sold them in 2 days. She went back another 1,000 products. She sold in 3 days. Today she bought $800 in product. Imagine Sylvia started little by little. Why do I show poverty if we're in the best company in the world, the best products, the best payment system? Of course, we need to teach people, our people, go for the big things. Number one, start the month with 2,500 points. Whatever happens, snow, rain, you have to be armed. It is ridiculous. A baker without bread, ridiculous. Somebody who wants to make $10,000 with no product. Number two, get 10 base customers, only 10 that every month buy 3 products. Why 3 products? Since I started in Omnilife, I learned to make 3 product packages. What are we doing for diabetes? For bone power, Omni Plus, 3 products to work better. So the only thing we have to do is 5, 10 customers in 2 weeks, sell it. Do you know what will happen with this? Whoever started investing $1,000 will get it back with a $500 return and 6 free products. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that those entrepreneurs who go happy to buy their points won't complain. We have this habit of many customers. I'm buying product and he's making money out of me. And when you take people in and winning, they go happy. I'm going to the store to get my 2,500 points because I'm going to make $500. It's completely different. Number two, you need a 10 customer base to have an automated distribution system. Otherwise, you won't be able to get to number three, financial freedom or time freedom. When you have your organization, that's number three. It must be really clear that follow-up is what's going to give you the foundation. Follow-up. Number one, $1,000 investment. Number two, follow up to your 10 customers. Number three, find 10 just like you. 10 people who want to make $500 cash, but with this vision of $10,000, do you know what will happen with 10 front lines? Today I'm closing with 7, 2,500 points. For years, I never had a front line making the 2,500. This month I'm closing with 7, just because I changed my mindset, making 2,500 points. What's the meaning of this? $700 in commission with 7. So if 10 of you guys teach the same to make $500 to each one, you will have $1,000 commission, because Omnilife have 4 important things I want you to remember. They pay you 10% of the front lines you have. Number 2, they give you 8% of your second level. 3, they give you 6% of your third level. 4, they give you probably 2% of fourth level, 3%. To the end of time, I didn't understand the tool. I was not getting benefits. It's like having a Corvette and not knowing how to drive it. We're in the best company. The way they pay you, they telling you, this is how I'm going to pay, like this, like this, like this, and I was not benefiting from it. So number 3, get 10 like you is very easy. How won't it be possible for you to train 10 when you're doing it with your example? It's going to be very easy to train 10 more, because if you train these 10, you will get $1,000 check. But it doesn't stop there. You're making $1,000 from 500 cash. That's 1,500. What's the meaning of that? A salary in the U.S., the minimum wage. So it's very exciting for somebody in your network is producing 1,500 with this. But what's the vision? 10,000, because the 10 front lines, when they make 500, they would ask you, what do you have to do to make more? Very easy. Find 10 like you. 10 people. Second, multiply. It's going to be 100. 100 people buying 1,000 is $100,000. And then paying 80% of your second level is $88,000 from your first level. $900, $500. Do you imagine with 110 people? How is it possible that 1 year you will be able to have the ability to get 110 people? I think we all can. We all can. I won't get here alone. Many of my friends are doing the same. Good thing that at a world level, everybody listens to this, because I think this is the same reality all over the world. Because Omnilife is paying the same all over the world. I have a friend from Las Vegas. In mid-February, telling she was making $1,000, working really hard. She put this in practice. She's going to make 3,500. Juanita in Las Vegas, premier goal in the pandemics. Imagine, just by following the system. So what will happen? Let me be honest, I'm going big. I visualize the 110 because when I started Omnilife, this project have only one this month will close with 20 people. 20 people making 2,500 points, shaping this amazing idea. So it doesn't matter. One individual, you're growing $100 your check. It doesn't little by little, you will bust it. And I told my compadre Jose Manuel, I see my 110 people sitting a weekend workshop, training them to get to $10,000. Obviously, from at that time, I will be there, God's willing. When I propose on how to make $10,000 to my organization, imagine I have 110 people buying $1,000 in products, and each one of them, I train them to get 10 each. That's going to become 1,000 people, helping a lot of people in their health and economy. Each one of them buying $1,000 in product that I get 6%, $1 million in products. So that will allow me to make $60,000 in commissions. Third level, 10,000 from my front line, second line, including my front lines, $70,000 every month. And you know what's your level? Elite goal, making $70,000 every month. I see it. I thank my wife because she has supported me a lot, not only in this. I want to greet all those who made the points this month because we have people in first level. That means that we all will be able to get with this with the 5 reasons, 5 children, depending on what I do. A wife I love, I want her to feel proud of what I'm doing. So thank you very much. The power of a vision, Juventino Gutierrez, this connection you have with mind, heart, action make the difference. I have no doubt you will achieve it. I doubt not a single minute. The most important thing, you are passing this on to us to turn this mindset to understand we are in Omnilife to grow, to prosper. And why not say with all the words to become millionaires? Millionaires in health, in economy, and also millionaires in this Hispanic community in the U.S. that needs is in so desperate need of this leadership. Really cool. Congratulations. You want to share something very quick in terms of walking the talk. I love this thing of Joventuno. Friday he was very sad with the check, and in February, walking the talk from February to the date, he is $2,122. That's what he collected in April. 16 new lines, 15. He's talking about 2,500, but his average selling of recommended product is around 6,000 points every month. So, well, it is very clear that the United States, as well as the rest of the countries, is exploding. Everybody has somebody in the US you can use. That also, it is very important the work done by the administrative director, Jorge Tiznado, Jorge, the big white feather chief, because the truth is that teamwork. We believe in the team. The U.S. is a team of people who are working, making the difference. They believe they are committed one day, and as Juventino said, enough of feeding poverty in our people because we deserve the best from life. So, friends, anything else? Because time. I just want to thank Carlos for the teachers. I think it is a moment as Juventino said, now it is the moment to make a difference in the lives of people. I'm happy for serving. And as Elda said, the results of USA, Omnilife USA is the result of work from time. We heard about the potential of the US, and I think that today we are seeing a little bit of what this sleeping giant will become. Because in the US you have all the nationalities of the world. Everybody's in the US. The projection, the growth of those who have the vision, the value to undertake this business will detonate not only in the US but all over the world. So thanks to all of you. Congratulations for this courage, for this attitude, being unstoppable. The most importantly, are we united, USAs? We are United USA. We are United USA. So, friends, those who are ready, having Magnus, don't give up a single second because you have transformed the way we understand the business. And there's this person I love very much who has taught me a lot about the business. And remember this, you may forget anything. The longer it takes you to believe, the longer it will take you to grow. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks, Diego, for the invitation. Thank you, Maria, Marlene, Juventino, Katy. May God bless all of you. Thanks for the opportunity. On the contrary, thanks to all of you. We're very pleased for giving us this wonderful presentation, Kathy Maria Juventino. There is no doubt, proud representatives of the American dream thinking in purple, especially now we watched the video not that long ago of the huge impact about this crisis. If you're in Omnilife, just as this crisis is big, Omnilife is twice as big. Today, people will allow themselves to leave this comfort area. What if I deserve more? Can I have more? Others won't have any other option. What I thought it was safe, I have nothing now. The benefit that in Omnilife, whenever you decide to step in, we're ready to take you in to go big time. Thank you very much for being here. There is no doubt that this will move many hearts in the US. It is time to believe in this. And let's continue with more. Stay with us.